What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Constant Sports. I am your host, Constance. I know it's been like a week since I posted a video. Hopefully, this will be a short one. I just wanted to talk about a few of the teams that I'm very surprised at, and a couple of teams that I'm a little disappointed at. They're kind of on that slope, and it's not a good slope. The the teams that are not going in the upward trend, I would say, is probably Chicago, which maybe this is just a delayed reaction to the players that they've lost due to health issues from injuries and stuff like that. Maybe this is what it's kind of what we expected when they first started losing players, but now it's kind of come back down. And they're really struggling to find offense or that flow. They don't have the flow of playing with each other, which is weird. Um, Mabry is still doing a good job, and Copper is still doing a good job. She's having some games where she's off a little bit. I think she's trying to do too much to overcompensate for the players that they've lost. So I think as soon as she can settle back down and realize she just has to do as much as she needs to and have the other players step up, and maybe that'll change for them. Another couple of teams, LA. I know they won last night against Dallas, but they did not start that game off good, and they were already on a three-game losing streak. So I'm not sure what it is with them because they pretty much have their same players. I know Clarendon didn't play, but I don't see her as a huge part of their offense. NECA is still being NECA. Um, Canada is still being doing really well with Henny coming back, or them signing Henny. She had a very good game last night, so maybe that'll be a little spark that they need to figure to right that ship. Dallas is the other team that I'm also a little shocked by how they have definitely declined a little bit. Um, they got Tierra McCown back last night. Was her first game back, and she did well for being her first game. She was kind of just there as a presence. She didn't make a huge impact on the game. Agumbawale did what a Agumbawale does. She scored points. Sabali is still being Sabali. It's just their vibes are off. I'm not sure what it is. Hopefully they figure it out. I know they have a better record at home than they do on the road, so maybe that's the issue. But they definitely need to figure out how to win on both home and away. Obviously, you're going to lose games home and away every season. It's very rare that a team can go undefeated on the road or undefeated at home. So all of these teams just have some tweaks that they need to fix to figure out what's really going on with them. And they also have very good coaches that I know would try and right that ship. So hopefully they do that. We're getting deeper into the season, so you got to fix those tweaks now. If not, it's not going to be a good end to the season. The teams that I'm surprised at and I'm happy for is Indiana. They play their game, which is a young game. They're physical with teams. They move the ball well. Not one person holds on to the ball that much, besides Mitchell, which she's like that veteran of the team, and she kind of controls the ball as the point guard. But they have very great ball movement. Everyone knows their position and what they play. And Melissa Smith is having an amazing season. I see her definitely in the running for most improved player. It's her second year, and it is, to me, night and day from her rookie year. She's playing with a lot more confidence. I think her playing in the Athletes United or Limited, however you say it, this off season was really well for her. She worked on her craft, and she's played an amazing, amazing basketball. With rebounding, her field goal percentage, her assists, is she's having a really great season, and I really hope that it continues throughout the year and for the rest of her career. Aaliyah Boston didn't do that much in their last game, but I mean, she's still putting up great numbers. Um, I want to say that the last game she didn't put up much because of the physicality point of the game. Seattle has a couple big players who Boston has had those issues with playing against bigger post players, and that's when she gets into her foul trouble. So I feel like she was trying to play smart defense, which kind of took away a little bit from her offense. So as soon as she can bring those two together, she'll continue to have a really great season and career. Atlanta has been doing a very good job. Their road win, they were 3-1 on the road from the last trip. I know they just lost to New York, but they beat New York on the road for one of their 3 games that they won. So they're definitely figuring it out. They are they're playing very smart basketball. Gray is playing very very well for Atlanta. She she's definitely taking control of the team, and she manages the floor very well when she's out there. Um, they're not Atlanta to me isn't like a team that has this one great player and you have these other good players around them. They have a team of very very good players and they all play very good together. Um, they do struggle on defense, which is understandable. They still are a young team, so when they go up teams against teams that are more physical, then they kind of get into those issues. But I don't see a lot of downfall with them on how they're playing together. They're just they've been playing against some really really good teams, so it's kind of hard to see how they're vibing sometimes. But their trajectory for this season is definitely going up, and I'm excited to see it. And as we know, Vegas, New York, Connecticut, Washington are still the top teams in the league. So to see what all these other teams fall out at is, I think, the main the main point of this season to see who your top 4 to 5 teams are, but where do those other three fall into place? To that playoff push is going to be, I think, some of the best basketball we'll see this year, and we've seen some very good basketball this year. So I'm definitely excited to see, of course, how the rest of the season goes, how those teams that are struggling can turn around, and how the teams who are progressing more this season, if they continue to progress or if they plateau. Um, so I can't wait to watch it. So like I said, this is going to be a short video. Thank you guys for watching, supporting. Remember to comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.